Welcome back to Eagle Inventory. In this tutorial, we will learn about returns. Returns are very essential in inventory-focused businesses. Eagle Inventory has simplified the process of creating, receiving, and refunding or creating credit memos related to customer and vendor returns. Today, we will learn how to create customer returns by invoice, finalize credit memos, create vendor returns against POs, and create vendor credit memos. To create a customer return, let's first check if we have any invoices in the system. To check, go to Customers, look up Orders and Invoices, and switch to look up your invoices. So in here we have a few invoices. To start a customer return, go to your Customers panel and click Customer Returns. Then click Create Return by Invoice. From there, you should see a list of all existing invoices in the system. Click on any one of the invoices that you want to return or search by the PO or invoice number. Then check the product that you want to be returned, or the product that the customer is attempting to return. So in this case, on invoice 4, we're returning product A. The quantity ordered is 1, so we can only return up to 1, or the maximum quantity would be what was ordered. So then we will click Issue New Customer Return. And on this screen, we can enter a reason for return. We can change the resolution, whether it would be a credit or a replacement, and we would enter the quantity to return. From there, we can choose whether it's a direct return or a regular return, which goes through the receiving and shipping process in the warehouse. So this would go into receiving since it's a customer return. For vendor returns, it goes through the shipping process because it's going back to the vendor. So now we'll process this. If this were a direct return, all you need to do is click direct return, save and process, and you're done with a full return process. If this were a regular return, we don't click on the direct return button here. You would save it and process. Next, this goes into your inbound. So going back to the home screen, go to inbound and click customer return. Now you can see an RMA number generated for that return for product A. We can choose whether to return the stock or discard returned item. So here let's enter the quantity and let's set the setting to return to stock. Now all we need to do is click receive and the return is completed. Now to finalize the credit memo, we would go to Customers, Customer Returns, and click View Credit Memos. A pending credit memo is generated once you've finalized that return. From here, we can click Process Credit Memo for $10.85 and confirm it. Now the credit memo has been finalized and it's lined up for QuickBooks Online. The next return that we want to look into is creating a vendor return against POs. So let's go into Vendors and View Bills and Credit Memos. Let's check first if there are any bills. So we have some bills here. So let's create a return for one of these bills. Go to Vendors and then Vendor Return and create Vendor Return. Then select a vendor. In this case, we're going to choose vendor XYZ. So create vendor return, select a vendor, and from here we can choose the products that have been purchased from the vendor. Then we would enter the quantity to be returned, enter the vendor RMA number, and hit process. To find that return, simply go to this tab on View Vendor Returns and find the RMA. Then select a reason for returning. So in here we're doing a credit and we're going to enter a reason. Now to find the return on your outbound, go to outbound and click Vendor Returns and we will see the RMA here. So from here we can enter the quantity to ship back to the vendor. So we're doing 10 of this and 10 of this. And we're going to select a shipping method and tracking number. So these two are not required. So now once you've shipped these, This will create a credit memo under the vendors. Vendor return, view vendor returns, and the status is shipped for this one. We can also view it under bills and credit memos and find the pending credit memo. We can see that it's shipped, and to finalize it, simply click Create Credit Memo, and you're done. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to watch our last one, which is user roles and permissions and other account management setup.